It is 11:50 a.m. Eastern Time, July 2nd, 2025. I did publish a couple of videos earlier, and was explaining like consistency and gaps, what to watch out for as far as gaps. And as I was explaining it, it actually happened. Yes, luck. No, it's stuff that happens. All the years that I've been looking at trades and charts, and it's probabilities. It's a game of probabilities and luck too. So see, some folks will call this bullish, this candle right here. It could go either way, this candle right here. So of course the next candle is a continuation of this candle, right? Because consecutive candles. We got to sometimes look at multiple candles. Like from here, it came back down, then we had to come back up. So it's stopped building. They wanted higher prices, right? We are in a value area, right? So a second push. So I'm going to sell it here. We got some negative divergence. You see where this ended up? This candle here ended up at 264.75. I'm a little late on this entry here. And the POC higher, right? Closed higher than the close of this candle. So we're going to take a look at this candle. I do have a sell order in here. And this one here, just to, for the record, could have shorted here, you made money. Right below here. You see that? And the same thing here. Look at this candle. It's pretty much the same thing. All right. Then what do we have afterward? Would it still be able to make, a decent trade? Probably not. So right now, we're making lows. No sense in me retracing back up again. It's a good, actually a pretty good trade. Take a look at it. High in the price action, consolidation, trying to jump out of that consolidation, still have a high here at 266.75. A little bit of support right here. You have three stacked imbalances. In the stacked imbalances, just hold more weight than a single imbalance like this. Right? Of course, these are selling imbalances. These are buying imbalances. And you could use them pretty much for targets as well. You could target that. All right, so you have the selling imbalance, but look, it's only negative 24. Right? Should we take a look at the delta number right here, negative, and see if we could become less negative or more negative? Right? So this number came down considerably, still coming down. The POC is inside the price action in the shaded part of the candle. You have buyers coming in right now. Remember, you had a selling imbalance here. This may be a little resistance. You got to look. Right? If we pop over, I'm going to put on my go here, put on my hotkeys. I'm going to go along right here. A lot of positive delta here. We only had a small amount of selling. Come back here. There's no unfinished auctions here. So you have buyers and sellers here. Well, this could go either way. I'm leaning on going a pretty big negative number to a positive number here, right? That's what I'm leaning on. Also, we have a 9 EMA, could show as some support. We have finished auctions around the whole area here. And we're just marinating around these last few entries. Staying inside the value area. Just had a bunch of selling coming here. We still made it pop up. This number accumulates some volume. Okay. Well, these numbers start coming down, these numbers coming up. In the positive phase, you have more buyers wanting to buy here. Yeah. Well, now we got sellers coming in. But we have buyers coming in as well. So we're a negative delta, but there's buying pressure. So can buyers push through? Okay, that's what we're looking at. We have a big buyer here. Was my entry too high up? Being that we just came back down here and popped back up again, and we're getting more positive delta, we may make a push down one more right there. Now, a couple of selling imbalances and push. I'm looking at pretty much this one, 63.25, for a big push in delta. So it did happen, but it didn't happen enough. So let's see if we could come down. This number here gets down to about 50, and that's what I'm looking at. If we get about 50 right here, it's 97, 96, 90, very small. Are we just turned bullish? So that's what I'm looking for. This is the one we have to get through. I'm not really concerned with 63.50 because we passed it. I'm more concerned with staying above 63.75. We had a considerable amount of negative delta there. All right. So we may have a buyer actually sitting here now. We did have a bunch of buying imbalances here. All right. So 271, 196, and 208. So let's see if this number stays within single digits at the end. Looks good so far. We got a bunch of positive delta and not enough selling. So I want to see the sell numbers come up. So this number here. So we are actually showing that we have some positive delta come in. So we need to look at, where in the price action. I'm just going to stay here. We could, I figured that. That's only 2 ticks. But we weren't advancing the way I like. Now it'll probably just shoot up. We don't have enough sellers coming back here. So these buyers could be getting trapped. We don't have a significant amount of volume either. In the delta, only 67. So now is where the push could possibly come up. See, it came back down and then went back up. Now it's coming back down again. So we did have a push down, then it came back up, and we're positive right now. So I'm looking for, all right, so this is not good. You see what happened here? We have a, now it's better. We're gone. So when you see that little divergence come in, that means that sellers are coming in. But if we're able to hold support, we'll come up. All right. And this is good. We didn't have too many come back. All right. So we only have one. This is a finished auction. We have more than 2 or 3, and we have nothing coming back here, meaning zeros. That's a problem. This is not a problem. You see these zeros and ones and stuff. That could be a little manipulative. You see the way it's moving like this, but that could be a fake out. See, 130, and we're going up. We're positive delta here, now negative. We just went from negative 12 to positive 16. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to move my stop up maybe 1 tick, and this is increasing, decreasing my risk. And if I'm out, I'm out. Because if I'm out, I know we're going to go drop down. I mean, I have a feeling that we'll drop down. But you got 140, negative 22. You got a big buying imbalance here, selling imbalance. I'm out. So we'll see. We're going to continue up. I'm still looking at the auction. I'm thinking we're actually going to make a trip down. Maybe to 6,200, 62 even. We'll see. And 62 even. I'm going to go long right here on the retrace. Had buyers coming in here. I think we'll look okay. We'll see. We're not going below here. In it. Do have some selling imbalances, but we've been here before. Okay. We're holding support. We have support right here. I have support right at this candle right here. We have buyers coming inside here. We had buyers here. So buyers took it all the way here. And I'll be happy to see what's happening here. All right, so sellers just getting trapped there. All the sellers coming in. $139, $139, and $175. We're going up. 200, we're going up to 67. 111. This is becoming got a bunch of sellers coming here. Let's see what's happening here. So we have all these sellers becoming more negative, yet the price is coming up. All right, so we got a hidden buyer here. It's just absorbing everything. It's taking it back up again. All right, so this is actually looking very good for me right now. It could fall back down. We could take another loss. Didn't take a full loss on the other one. Took about 1 point and 3 ticks. But that's okay, because I think we're going back up again. That's what the price action is telling me. Had a bunch of buying up in here before. We got a buying imbalance right where we are right there. Just right here. You got a bunch of sellers. See all this? 300 and something here. Yet we're staying above it. So it's telling me, there's a fight there. But it's telling me that we're going to be okay. I got pretty good, well, I didn't see this. Really wasn't paying attention to the gap. So yeah, we may be taken out here. We'll see. That was a big move. See that move that came from here to here? That was a big move. That's good. 1 or 2 ticks back. Come back up again. That's good. All right, so yeah, I'm looking a little better for me now. 488, 224. Yeah, more positive delta here. That's looking good. 16, so less is coming back to sell. So right here, 61 even. So I know where I'm going. If I stop out, I know exactly where I'm going. So this is real price action now. This is not manipulative. Doesn't look it. Well, 16, yeah. On the sellers. But that's okay. Let them manipulate the seller. So it looks good so far. 264 even. Debating whether to raise my stop up. I'm just not seeing. Oh, I got a nice little profile hit. Yeah, I could probably just save a couple of ticks here. I'll just go here. 65.50. I'll move to break even. We'll see. It looks like we're going to actually get there. Don't have to move my stop, but my target, but I did move my stop up. So I'm decreasing my risk here. So I'm going to run this about right there. Got 112. You got 1. So I don't like this right here. Got 100, and then you have difference of 1. So this is significant. -4, -1. This is at, at 63.25. I'm not really worried about that either. So you have a whole bunch of selling imbalances because of these guys. Didn't show resistance before, and this is a normal, you would maybe use a target. Could be like here, like just a point of reference. Now remember, prior price action, we shot up here. There was 3 ticks, and you got to keep that in mind. That we did, and we pulled back up again. So let's see where the sellers are. So they need this number to increase for us to come back up again. They need the liquidity to come back up. All right, there isn't much volume in here, like 400 or 500. If we could get like a bunch, like here was a little more, like clustered volume, that would be good. All right, being that we were here before and we're still doing this, this looks like it's going to be a push up. Looks like it. Doesn't mean it happens all the time. Okay, 71 is good. 109, that was very good. Okay, so we have a couple of buying imbalances. Took that. So pretty much broke even. So we're getting a little bit of resistance in here. Let's take a look at these numbers down here increasing. So you had buyers here. This number is decreasing. Okay, see that number? Just decreasing, decreasing, decreasing. But we're staying above this negative number. So there's a buyer here, and they're selling this. But there's a buyer here. Okay? This is becoming negative, but we're not moving down. All right? They're starting to buy back here. You see, went from 89 to 102. This is becoming less negative. So they're starting to buy here as well. Okay? So buyers are trying to push this back up again. Now we need to look at the sellers. This dropped pretty fast. So they're manipulating the market. We go long here. Trade. You had some buyers up here. Then we kind of went up, came back down. That's what I'm looking for again. Very small value area. Number here is increasing. Manipulation in the volume right here. You got a buyer that just came in. Manipulating the values right here. So now we're building volume right in here. Negative 13 delta, that's okay. Negative 78, that's fine. We just had a bunch of buyers come in, came back down. So we're starting to get a little bit of support. Here, this is the area that I want to get above. This is where the other candles went. It did go up. Maybe we could get to, 63.50, which is a nice even number. 0.50 halves. So you do have volume. Volume is coming in. You do have a couple of selling imbalances here. See if you can get above that. This balance is right above the point of control. I don't give it too much weight. Okay? I don't give this too much weight. This I do. These two numbers up here. I do. So let's take a look at the delta. We're becoming less negative. 13 and 14, this looks like it's manipulative. Okay, now it's a little better. Now, this number here, that they're probably using this number as a resistance, and that's why we had a little bit of that. Now we have buyers are coming in. Where's the step? Right here would be the step. Right here would be the step. So 264.50. Let's see how fast we could get there. And then we have a bunch of buyers up inside there. So let's see if we could get there. So sellers are coming in right now, but we have a 9 EMA right by the POC. So that could show some decent support. You probably have some algorithms looking for that. Very small numbers, dangerous. This is dangerous. Very neutral. Right here is neutral. So anything can happen. The smaller a number, the more neutrality we have. All right, so this, yeah, so they're starting to buy back again. It's just that we're just in this little range. All right, so we went from like 6 to 15, that's looking good, to 39, that's looking better, to 15, negative 15 to 28. So, okay, we may have turned. All right, now is a seller going to be in here, like this person here, and start manipulating it? No, we had a bunch of sellers in here before. Do buyers start taking over here? We had 105, we still went down. More buyers here, we still went down a little bit. Still above the 9 EMA, which is great, but, you never know. 164, 167, see that? So you had sellers come back in. Do we hit 200, 220 here? Let's see. We have 206 to 220. 225, 275. Okay. I'm just looking at the price action here. Jab, we came back up 2 ticks. Jab, it came down 1 tick. 209, 210, 211. 40 with nothing to show for it. 41 with nothing to show for it. All right, manipulation. All right, it's manipulative. We'll end up probably going up from here. See that big number just shoot up, boom, and then came back down again? 67, 60. See that 68, 68? So that's neutral. All right, we have buyers there. We have buying imbalance. Two buying imbalances hold more weight than one. Call that a stack with three. 10 with 6, 102 with 6. One seller comes back. This is actually looking good. Yeah, so that was manipulative. We have. It's hard to tell because we're near the point of control. And one tick below. It could be. I still need more price action. So now I'm not even worried about that. Let's take a look at this. Neutral, neutral. See if we can make the high. Remember, we had a divergence in delta here. We have all these buying imbalances. I think we got another push up. So let me go ahead and move this down just a little bit. Maybe right here, and I think we could actually move that far. From this price action, it's holding pretty negative. All right, we did have that bounce. Okay. Some decent buying up in here. So let's go ahead and continue to see if we could, I'll take that. So that was 2 points and a quarter, 2.25 points. If you like this kind of content, please like, subscribe, share, comment. Trying to build a community here. I'm not in competition with any other creator. They call me a creator now. I'm a trader. I'm a retail trader like you. I'm just trying to just make my trading journals public. If you could get something out of it, that's great. I don't mentor. I believe that all the information you need to become a successful trader is in my videos. I mean, it's a lot to watch. I got over 130 videos. You can watch one a day. They're all unique. So that's available to you. Trading has been good to me. I talk about different things as well, the fear of missing out, getting back in after a trade, the psychological part of it. My targets are, where my stops are, what I'm looking at, all unscripted. Nothing in front of me. No notes. Whatever pops into my head, I feel it's relevant for success. I just put it out there. So I'm just going to leave the video here. It is 28 minutes, 28-minute video. I'll probably come back in a couple of hours for the close. I got a few things to do. I'm retired, so I got a bunch of chores to do. I try to do everything myself around the house. I got like 3 acres of property that we just had a bunch of rain. So I want stuff like that. So yeah, I'm in the mountains, rural mountains, United States. And that's where I chose to retire, retired early. So yeah, I trade. I like nice things, and this comes in handy. I don't rely on trading money to pay my bills, but it's nice to have the extra, cash. And also keep you fresh in your head because there's a lot of numbers, keeps you active, About it. So thanks again. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. I'll get back to you if you comment. If you watch the video to the end here, I appreciate it. The watch times are very important. I get credit for that. I'm going to monetize with Google. Don't want to charge you. I want to keep everything free for viewers and subscribers. If you subscribe, it just helps me out. All right? It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps me out in the long run. All right, that's about it. See you on the next one.